Good morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning. Yes, it's late. Yes, I actually slept till about 6:30, so stayed up a bit past the live stream last night, so it was almost midnight. I went to bed, so yeah, I got a little bit extra sleep. Not gonna be able to do a whole lot out here because pray to God it's supposed to rain today. So last night on the live stream, one of y'all asked a very interesting question. Just do I think that that Trump will take some sort of deal that's been bandied about in the media that Trump will drop out of the 2024 race if they agree to drop charges? And I said, I don't think so. Okay. It was funny because after the live stream, I went to go see if anything happened in the world. And here was this article that basically asked Trump the same question, how do you deal with all of this? And his quote was, in a sick way, I sort of enjoy it. Trump is a fighter. This is it. He doesn't back down from any fight. And that's something that we need to really take into consideration in our own personal lives, in our own prepping, okay? However you want to do it. I mean, you think about any sort of court case, right? If you're one company against another company, or somebody sues a company or whoever it would be, and what do we always hear? Think of the Kyle Rittenhouse cases against CNN or something like that, or any of these other ones, right? What do we always hear? They settled, okay? And why? Because companies figure it's cheaper to settle than it is to fight. Okay, because obviously attorneys cost money and things like that. Investigations cost money. They're like, screw it, we'll just make it go away and settle it. That ain't Trump. And that's what this country needs. We need somebody who's going to stand for their principles and go, no, damn it, I'm right, and I'm not going to just kowtow and fall down. Okay? We can learn a lot from that. I talked last night a little bit about an article where, or maybe it was yesterday morning, where the Democrats are all pissed off because of the judge who is going to hear Tuesday's arraignment, or whatever you want to call it, is a Trump-appointed judge. The interesting part, more than that, is to watch how the Democrats are freaking out all over the place. Politico, which is a very left-leaning propaganda organization, let's put it that way, okay, because I certainly ain't going to call them news, had an article up yesterday about how the Democrats are panicked that they're not going to be able to beat Trump because Florida's too much of a red state, and people won't see past their redness to convict Trump. No, people won't see past the facts to acquit Trump. Okay, this is the deal. This is what you have to understand about the Communist Democrat Party. They want activist judges. They want political persecution. They want to, the hell with the facts. If they don't agree with us, we've got to throw them in jail. Okay, that's what they're going on. All right, and if you think of that, go back to, and many times I've said, go back to Stalinist Russia, or go back to Hitler's Germany, or whatever it would be. If you were a dissenter, if you disagreed with the official party line, you were jailed or you were executed. No different than, let's take a look at Vladimir Putin and Alexander Navalny. Okay, Navalny being the big thorn in Putin's side. He's in jail. Why? Because he doesn't agree with what Putin's doing. Biden's trying to do the exact same thing. The entire Democrat Party is doing the exact same thing. They have no platform whatsoever to run on. Nothing positive. They can lie to you. Oh, we're going to forgive everybody's student loans. That's what they ran on in 2020, right? Anybody seen any student loan forgiveness? Of course not. Anybody agree with that? No. but it was enough to buy the millennial vote. Okay? What's going to happen in 2024? You see all these inroads that the Republicans are making with the black community, the Hispanic community, the anything like that, the, as they call them, people of color community. Okay. So what's going to be the 2024 deal? We're already seeing the groundwork being laid. Reparations, reparations, reparations. We're going to try to buy back the black vote. And you know damn well what's coming next. Oh, Hispanics. We let a whole bunch of you in, illegals. Okay. I understand it's not only people from Central and South America, Mexico, but the majority is. Then you're going to hear along the lines of, well, let's see, the indigenous people, the Native Americans, the Indians, whatever you want to call them, you deserve reparations, yada, yada, yada. And this is they're still trying to buy votes. Why? Because they have no platform. They have no good ideas for the country, unless it's spending more of our money in Ukraine. Okay, that's their idea of good idea. Let's take your money and give it to somebody else, which is their everything. Joe Wrench Turner, you went to work all day. That's great. You know what? We need to take 2 hours of your pay today that you earned and give it to somebody who sat on their couch and played video games all day. That's what's going on. Okay. And prosecutors in Florida are worried. They think there's a good chance Trump's going to be acquitted, because how are they going to seat a jury that is not Trump supporters? It's going to be difficult. Okay. And I know what everybody will say. Well, they found a grand jury that indicted Trump. A grand jury's easy, okay? Because the only side that gets to present a case in a grand jury is the prosecution. And the one who picks the grand jury, remember how a jury's picked, in any case. The prosecution can reject jurors. The defense can reject jurors, okay? Well, in a grand jury, there's only one person, the prosecutor. So they reject all the jurors there. I was a Trump supporter. You're out. I think Hillary Clinton walks on water. You'll be the perfect person for my grand jury. As the old joke goes, you can indict a ham sandwich, okay? Because you get to pick your jury. In a trial, on the other hand, you can't. Both sides get to do it. And you only get so many jurors that you can vote to kick off a jury. So the prosecutors are panicked already. We haven't even got to the arraignment, and the prosecutors are already panicked, at least according to Politico, that they're not going to be able to get a friendly jury. Well, gee, guess what? You don't get a friendly jury. What you want is a impartial jury. That's what you're trying to get. Good luck finding one. I don't think still that this ever gets to trial. Okay? Not that Trump's going to settle, not that Trump's going to drop out, not that he's going to say, I'll drop out of the 2024 campaign if you drop the charges. He doesn't care. He will fight till the end, because no matter what happens, as much as he could possibly spend 100 years in prison, he won't see a second in prison. Guaranteed. Okay? Just like Hillary won't, just like Joe won't, just like anybody else. Look at Florida's track record for acquitting politicians. Because again, you got to remember, these are people they voted for. I mean, there's a whole list of them. Julio Robena, Michael Prizzi, Raul Martinez, Andrew Gillum. Remember him? The cocaine dealing guy who almost wound up governor over DeSantis. Corinne Brown, Gilda Oliveros. I mean, these are all crooked politicians that were acquitted. Okay? If you get crooked politicians that can easily get acquitted in Florida, what do you think is going to happen to an innocent one? I mean, that's a walk in the park. And the only thing this is going to do is make more and more Americans vote for Trump. This is going to blow up in the Democrats' face so bad. They think they're going to pressure Trump, and they haven't found, you got to remember, when you go to how the Democrats deal with Republicans, especially like in Congress, the Democrats know that the Republican politicians have no backbone. So they can bully them to do whatever they want. And they hate the fact that Trump has a backbone, that Trump will fight back. And so therefore, they're throwing everything but out, the baby with the bathwater to go after Trump. And it's blowing up on him because all this is going to do is make the American public go, you know what? Bullshit. Nobody in this country likes to be strong-armed. Nobody likes a bully. And all this is doing is tipping more and more and more independents and actually some Democrats into Trump's camp. They see Biden's record. They see the bullshit that they're trying to pull against Trump. And they're going, no, I don't want some kangaroo court of some banana republic government running my life. Because when people stop and think, put yourself in that situation. What would you do? Right? And they go, I don't want them coming after me like that. And as Trump said, they're not coming after me. They're coming after you. I'm just standing in the way. He's taking the heat for the rest of us. Every time he stands in a court, every time he's writing a check to an attorney or whatever, he's not writing it only for himself. He's writing it for you and me to keep us from the strong hand of this illegitimate government that we have going on right now. That's what to look at. We can all learn a lot from the way Donald Trump is handling himself. He's got a backbone, which is something that is very, very in short supply in this country at this point. Because way too many people are like, well, the easy way out is this. And he's like, screw the easy way out. I'm doing it the right way. Learn from what he does. Stand up. As I've said many times, it's time for the silent majority to stop being silent. We are the silent majority. It's time to make our voices heard. Whether it's to Congress, whether it's in the street on the street corner with a picket sign, whether it's standing in the grocery store and saying hell no to the person who's got their little girl dressed up as a boy behind you. No, not acceptable, period. And if more people will do that, we might get our country back. Happy Sunday. Pinball out.